Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we are coming off the off day, so let's get the bench guys in. Let's see, we took out the squirrels last time, so let's get the non-squirrels out today. Well, apples, I mean. Alright, is that everybody? Yeah, looks like it. Oh wait, I didn't change the lineup around. Sorry, a bit scatterbrained today, after the holiday, I guess. Alright. Yeah, we can let Phil lead off, that's fine. Let's do that. There we go. That's the lineup I feel better about. Alright, so now that this game is finally somewhat started going, we are in San Diego to take on the Padres for 3 games. And see, it is a night game. The sun is already starting to set. First time we have seen the Padres. They've not had a great year. They're stuck in 5th place. In the NL West, which outside of the Diamondbacks doesn't appear to be that good. But it's baseball, so you know, any given game. And to that, you might remember, so we see a Germano on the mound, but you might remember that the Squirrels are coming off an 11-inning loss in that last game against the Marlins. A lot of hits, but could not score a run. Phil is going to lead us off today, and he starts off with strike 1. And that splitter is down and out. We've got a 1-1 count. There's a called strike. Fastball up in the zone. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 down, Miyake will step to the plate. And he pops the first pitch up. Bard should have room, and he does make the catch. It looked a bit awkward, but he did catch it. Quinton is going to bat third today, and he will do so left-handed. First pitch is low. And curveball is down and in. It's 2-0. There's a called strike. Quinton didn't like the call, and I don't blame him. That curveball inside. 3-1. That pitch caught the outside corner. We've got a full count with 2 outs. Nobody on. And this ball is ground foul. We'll try again. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1-2-3 start to the first inning. The Padres will have Christian Guzman to lead things off. You all saw the lineup that we set. Jonathan is on the mound today. Here is Guzman. Starts off with a high fastball that's called a strike. And this pitch is outside. We got a 1-1 count. Palm ball is outside. 2-1. Swing and a miss. That'll make it 2-2. Fastball just misses outside. We've got a full count. Fastball right down the middle. Guzman whiffs at it, and that's the first out of the day. Kezman Kuzmanoff to the plate then, and he will look at strike 1. Hits this one through the right side of the infield. That's the first hit of the day for either team. Brings Adrian Gonzalez to the plate. Not that we are alone in this, but he has had some success against us. Has an 0-2 count at the moment. Hits this one. That's going to not get over Sweeney's head. A good fall-away catch there. by Sweeney. So that will keep the runner at first with an out. Josh Bard batting cleanup for the Padres. That's a little surprising. Guzman takes off for second. Throw should have been there in time, but it was well offline. Just uncharacteristically bad throw from Martinez. So the Padres with the runner in scoring position. There are 2 outs and now 2 strikes on Bard. And he's going to hit this one over the fence. His 11th home run of the year. I guess I should not have been mocking him for batting cleanup. 387-foot shot, his 11th of the year, gives the Padres a 2-0 lead to start off this game. Austin Kearns is going to bat now, and he will look at a strike. Jonathan working high in the zone today. Don't feel like that's a normal thing for him either. Palm ball misses outside. Fastball on the inside corner. That'll make it 1-2. Ground ball to short. Joey to first, and that will end the inning. But the Padres start off the game with a 2-run blast. Terry will lead things off for the Squirrels in the second inning.
Number 4, Terry. First baseman.
First pitch to Terry. Swing and a miss. Another swing and a miss will make it 0-2. Pops this one foul, but it'll make the seats. Line drive into right. That's going to fall in for the first Squirrels hit of the day. Terry on his way to second, and he will be in there with a leadoff double. That'll bring Frank to the plate. Just hit a home run a couple games ago. Part of a 2-run comeback in the 9th inning to win that game 2-1. Hit a solo home run to start off that 9th inning. Has a 2-2 count in this at-bat. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down, Sweeney to the plate then. Runner still in scoring position. First pitch up in the zone, but called a strike. Down the middle, but it's going to hook foul. Makes it an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. It'll be up to Martinez to try to get this run in. And true to name, Clutch Martinez comes through with a base hit, and that will cut the lead in half. Padres still ahead, but now 2-1. Martinez, not a good hitter, but he hits them when it matters. That'll bring Joey to the plate. 2 down, runner on first, 1 run already in. Has a 2-0 count. Pops this one up. Crab, or is it Krabby? I vaguely remember him. He makes the grab, so the Squirrels get 1 run back. Jim Edmonds is going to lead things off for the Padres in the bottom half of the second. Jonathan starts him off with a fastball for strike 1. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. Ground ball. Jonathan will grab it and throw to first. 1 down. Jody Garrett to the plate. And he hits a line drive that's going to get through the right side of the infield. Not hard hit, but out of Phil's range. Apparently his 1,000th career hit, so congratulations to Jody Garrett. They say Alex Crabb, so that's what we're going to go with. Oh, I thought it was Michael. Why did I think that? Alex Crabb has a 1-1 count. Grounds this one to third. Sweeney to second. Phil on to first in time. Mark that one down 5-4-3. All right, still 2-1 Padres as we go into the 3rd inning, where Jonathan will lead things off for the Squirrels. First pitch down in the dirt. And there's a strike on the outside corner. Swing and a miss. That'll make it 1-2. Line drive. Well, not really line drive. Ground ball. But it's through the right side of the infield either way. A base hit for Jonathan. And that will bring Phil to the plate. He will look at a curveball. 4 strikeouts for Germano the first time through the Squirrels' order. And has Phil at a 2-1 count. Make it 3-1. Ground ball to third. Throw goes to second. They're going to throw to first, but not in time. Hit too weakly for that, I think, because Phil is not a fast runner, even a little bit. I think he's rated a speed 4 out of 15. Probably the slowest guy on the team. Miyake at the plate. He hits one through the right side of the infield. That'll put runners on first and second. Quinton at the plate. Only 1 out. And he hits it into the outfield. That'll get down into the right center gap. Here comes the tying run. And Miyake coming in for the go-ahead run. A 2 RBI double by... blanked on the name. Still can't come up with it. Brain's just not braining right now. But a 2 RBI double to take the lead for the Squirrels. Terry at the plate. Quinton. God, it's not like I haven't, made this team and played with them for 6 years or anything. Good Lord. Terry, he hits a nice drive into left center. That's going to land right near the base of the wall. Drove in another run. Makes it 4-2 Squirrels. Another RBI double. Guess it hit more in the front of the warning track than the back, but still an easy double for another RBI. Frank at the plate, still only the 1 out. That curveball did not look good, but Germano gets the call. Does not get the call on that splitter that looked pretty similar, let's be honest. Oh, there's another called strike, and then a ball into left field. That's going to get down in front of Garrett. And Terry in for another run, and this game is starting to get away from the Padres after they had led it off the bat. Sweeney at the plate. Looks at a ball and then a strike. Runner on first with 1 out. Hits this one. Guzman will grab this one. 2 away. That'll bring Martinez to the plate. He drove in the first Squirrels run of the game in his first at bat. This one pitch gets away. Not very far, but far enough for Frank to move on into second base. 1-1 count on Martinez. And he hits a line drive, but right to Crab at second. 4-run inning. That makes it 5-2. Squirrels now ahead, and Germano will lead things off. First pitch is called a strike. Ground ball. Sweeney will pick that up and throw to first. 1 down. Only 1 strikeout for Jonathan the first time through the Padres order, and it was Guzman as he looks at strike 1. Down 0-2. Fouled away. Still 1-2. Excuse me, 0-2. I don't know why I thought he'd thrown a ball. Swing and a miss. He strikes out for the second time today. Kevin Kuzminoff to the plate with 2 outs. Got a base hit in his first at bat, and he would score on the 2-run homer from Josh Bard. Has a 1-1 count. Swing and a miss to make it 1-2. And he pops up the curveball. Sweeney, very shallow into the outfield, makes the grab. Still 5-2 Squirrels as we go into the 4th inning, where Joey will lead things off.
Number 20,
Joey popped out in his first at bat to crab, I am fairly certain. First pitch here is called a strike. Second pitch swung on and missed. And that pitch down and out. That'll get through the left side of the infield. A leadoff single brings Jonathan to the plate. Got a base hit at his first at-bat. And was thrown out at second on Phil's ground ball that turned into a fielder's choice. Grounds this one back to the pitcher. They get the out at second, and that's the only out. Don't even make a throw to first. So another fielder's choice. Runner on first with one out. And that will bring Phil to the plate. He has struck out and ground out so far today. Watches that fastball stay low. Not that it was likely to rise, I guess. Second pitch is too high. And there's one splitter towards the middle of the plate. Phil swung over it. Hits this one, but right to Kuzminoff. 2 away, runner on first. Miyake 1 for 2. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Another swing and a miss. And this one hit to first. Gonzalez will pick it up. A bit of a run back to the bag, but he will make it comfortably. 5-2 Squirrels as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, where Gonzalez is going to lead things off for San Diego. He lined out to Sweeney in his first at-bat. A pretty good play, actually. First pitch is called a strike on the outside corner. Hits this one into left. Will Frank get there? He will. One down. Here's Josh Bard. He hit the 2-run homer back in the first inning. First pitch called a strike. Another called strike will make it 0-2. Grounds this one to third. 2 away. That'll bring Austin Kearns to the plate. Hit a ground ball in his first at-bat. Jonathan starts him off with a palm ball for strike 1. Fastball for strike 2. Again, Jonathan consistently working up today. Here's another ground ball, and this one will get through the left side of the infield for a base hit. 1 on with 2 outs. Jim Edmonds to the plate. He also ground out in his first at-bat, and he will ground this one through the right side of the infield. Runner stays at second, so 2 on, 2 outs for Jody Garrett, who got a base hit in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1, a slider to the outside corner. High slider that actually maybe it wasn't a slider, I don't know. In any case, it was definitely not a strike. That pitch was called a strike. Then a swing and a miss on the palm ball. Jonathan out of a little bit of trouble. We'll move on to the 5th inning. The Squirrels still ahead 5-2. Quinton will lead things off for the Squirrels.
Number 8, Quinton.
Quinton 1 for 2. Got a double in his last at-bat. A 2 RBI double, I might add. Pops this one into center field. Maybe popped isn't the right word there, but it was no challenge for Edmonds to get there. Terry has doubled in both at-bats so far today. Once to left center, once down the right field line. Has a 1-1 at-bat, or 1-1 count to start this at-bat. Sorry, I got a little ahead of myself. That pitch breaks low. Swing and a miss. That'll make it 2-2. This one's going to be put into left field. Guzman gave it a run, but couldn't make it there. Terry will settle for a single this time. Frank is 1 for 2, a strikeout and an RBI single. Looks at a curveball on the outside corner. Not sure if that counts as a back door when they're the same handedness. He's going to foul this off for Bard to catch. 2 away. Sweeney 0 for 2. Way behind on that, even though it was a fat pitch to hit. And fouls this one away over by the first base dugout. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That will end the top of the 5th. Still 5-2 Squirrels. The Padres will start with Alex Crabb at the plate. Crabb hit into the double play his first time up, so I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen again. He will ground out to short, though, for the first out of the inning. That will bring Germano to the plate. He hit a ground ball in his first at-bat. Other than the 1 4-run inning, he's done well on the mound, just that was a very bad inning. Christian Guzman back to the plate. He's struck out twice today. He is 2 of Jonathan's 3 strikeouts so far. I don't remember off the top of my head who the other one was. A 1-1 count at the plate in this at-bat. And this one will be down and in as well, 2-1. Here's a called strike on a curveball. Called strike 3, slider to the inside corner. We'll move into the 6th inning, still a 5-2 ball game. Martinez is going to lead things off for the Squirrels. The Padres will make a pitching change. Is that Glendon Rush? I do believe it is. Yep, sure is. I remember him better as a Cubs starter, but I definitely remember him. Martinez 1 for 2. Got an RBI single his first time up. First pitch, a changeup that stays high. Catches the outside corner for the first strike. Called strike 2. Ground ball that looks like Kuzmanov's going to field, and he sails the throw. Gonzalez has to take to the air to catch it, and he does not get back down in time. That's an E5. Brings Joey to the plate. Here's a called strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll bring Jonathan to the plate. He's 1 for 2 hitting today. Looks at strike 1. Hits this one back to Rush. He goes to second with it, and that is the only throw that gets made. 2 away. Phil is 0 for 3 so far. He will look at strike 1 to open this at-bat. This pitch is down and out. Outside again, it's 2-1. Grounds this one foul. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the top of the 6th. Still 5-2 Squirrels. The Padres will start off with Kevin Kuzmanov at the plate in the bottom half of the inning. Kuzmanov 1 for 2. Had the error in the top half of the inning, but thankfully for San Diego, it did not come back to bite them. Has an 0-2 count to start off this at-bat. And he will swing and miss for strike 3. 1 down, Adrian Gonzalez. Lined out to Sweeney and flew out to Frank. Looks at strike 1 here. Hits this one, that will get up the middle for a base hit. Probably we're not going to keep him off the bases all day. Josh Bard already with a 2-run homer today, but ground out in his last at-bat. Watches that palm ball bounce in. And is ahead of a fastball to make it 1-1. Another bounced in curveball. Swings and misses at the palm ball. We've got a 2-2 count. Palm ball again gets sent into center field, but Miyake will make the grab. Gonzalez maybe a little farther than he ought to have been off the base, but he does make it back safely. 2 outs. Austin Kearns got a base hit in his last at-bat. Palm ball bounced in. Then a swing and a miss on another palm ball. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Ground ball to first. Terry steps on the bag. And we will go into the 7th inning. Squirrels leading 5-2. Miyake will lead things off for Indianapolis. Miyake 1 for 3 so far today. Looks at strike one. Flies this one into left. Garrett will not get there. Falls in front of him, so that's a base hit. Quinton 1 for 3 with a 2 RBI double. Looks at strike one. He is batting right-handed now, I might note. And he will get a line drive up the middle for the first hit. Or, I don't know why I said the first hit. His first right-handed hit, I guess. Don't know why that came out. Terry 3 for 3, 2 doubles and a single. Should note with Quinton, I think what I was kind of thinking of when he hit the ball, so it jumbled my thought process. But while Marvin clearly seems to be the better hitter from the left side, I'm not sure Quinton is quite so side dependent. He seems to hit pretty well from both sides. Wild pitch, that's going to move both runners up. 2 runners in scoring position for Terry with a full count and nobody out. And he will hit this one foul. We'll try again. Called strike 3. He is retired for the first time today. Frank to the plate. Still 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out. He does have at least 1 hit today. I was thinking he might have 2. I can't remember what he did last time up. Has a 1-2 count in this at-bat, though. That pitch down by Frank's feet. He is heavily wiping his brow. This one just foul down the third base line. 2-2. Called strike 3 on a high fastball. It'll be up to Sweeney now with 2 outs. And he will look at a strike. Hits this one back to Rush, but he doesn't catch it. Crabb does, though, and he is able to get it to first in time. Padres out of some trouble. They still trail 5-2. Jim Edmonds on the other side. We will change pitchers here. If the volume would stop fighting me. There we go. There's Gonzalez. No double switching with the subs already in the game. All right, Jim Edmonds at the plate is 1 for 2 so far. That splitter is called a strike. Not sure how much it actually split. Changeup gets a swing and a miss. Another splitter, another swing and a miss. 1 away. Jody Garrett to the plate. He is 1 for 2 today. First pitch runs outside. There's a called strike. High fastball. Gonzalez is throwing some gas today. Fastball's around 95, which in this game is quite a bit. 2-2 the count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 2 down. Alex Crabb. He is 0 for 2. I guess I don't remember him being a switch hitter, but I am fairly sure he was from the right side earlier. Has a 1-2 count in this at-bat. And he will put the splitter right to Sweeney for the last out of the inning. We go into the 8th, 5-2 Squirrels. It is just barely a save situation, so we'll get a pinch hitter here in a couple batters. Barring a home run, I guess. Martinez looks at strike 1. Martinez, I don't think he's ever actually hit a professional home run. But he has come close a couple times, which is a little surprising. Hits this one up the middle, and that'll get down for a base hit. The Padres then will go to their bullpen, and they will get that. Yeah, I guess it is. Greg Maddux still hanging on, coming out of the bullpen here in 2013. Joey at the plate, and he immediately puts this into right field for a base hit. We will throw Marvin out there to pinch hit. All right, Marvin will bat left-handed. 2 on, nobody out. First pitch is called a strike. That pitch is outside. Swing and a miss will make it 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 away, Phil to the plate then, 2 on. And he looks at a fastball down the middle. Grounds this one to third. Throw goes to second, but it's not going to be in time. I'm not sure he would have got it at first either. Just a well-placed ball. So I'm not sure how the game marked it, but it should be an infield hit to my mind. Brings Miyake to the plate with the bases loaded, and he will... What are we doing with the base running? Turns into a double play. Nobody scores. Terrible base running by the Squirrels. We go to the bottom of the 8th with the pitcher spot up. And we will go get Hermida, who, thanks to the terrible base running, he is, actually gets his real turn here. They are going to let Maddux hit here. 3-run game. Maybe they don't figure there's any point in wasting any more arms. Breaks his bat pretty violently. Sweeney will pick up the ball and get it to first. 1 away. Christian Guzman, who I also don't know that I realized was a switch hitter, looks at strike 1. Swings and misses for strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down. Kevin Kuzmanoff is 1 for 3. Looks at strike 1. Swing and a miss will make it 0-2. Grounds back to Hermida, and that will end the inning. We go to the 9th. Quinton will lead off for the Squirrels. It's still 5-2. Quinton 2 for 4 on the day. Maddux still on the mound. We'll actually go from the windup, which makes sense. He was not a reliever when they made this game, and nor would he be. Has Quinton at a 1-1 count. That cutter down and in. Down and out. It's 3-1. That one called a strike on the outside corner. We've got a full count. Curveball for strike 3. Now we get a pitching change. Trevor Hoffman's going to come in. Not entirely sure what prompted that change, especially when the handedness is supposedly in our favor. Terry fouls the first pitch away. And this pitch is outside. I guess they just liked Hoffman's numbers against Terry. We did play a playoff series with the Padres a few years ago, and the Padres took us to the 5th game out of 5 in that first round. Maybe there was something with that. He got the strikeout, so maybe they know something. Frank at the plate will look at strike 1 and puts this one into center field for a base hit. That will bring Sweeney to the plate, who's 0 for 4 today. Swings and misses at a changeup. And that slider is outside. Hits this into center field, but right to Edmonds. Not sure he had to move a step. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth, middle of the order coming up for the Padres. Still a 5-2 lead. They're going to need 3 to stay alive, and they will do so against Shibuya if they can do it.
Your attention, please. Now coming on the pitch for Indianapolis, number 13, Shibuya.
All right, Adrian Gonzalez, 1 for 3, got a base hit up the middle in his last at-bat. First pitch was not a strike. Second pitch was not either. Fastball put into left field. That's going to fall in front of Frank. So a leadoff single. That will bring Josh Bard to the plate. 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer. You notice that the Padres have 2 runs. Haven't been able to add to it since that first inning. So Shibuya gives up back-to-back hits to start this inning, which is not great. Austin Kearns would be the tying run. Runners take off. It's a hit and run. Only play is going to be to first. So works like a sacrifice bunt. 2 runners in scoring position. Jim Edmonds at the plate, who already has at least 1 hit today. Looks at strike 1. This one stays inside. Hit towards second, and Phil makes the play to first, which was the right play. It does score a run for the Padres. The good news for the Squirrels is neither one of those runs really matter. Just the one at the plate, that would be the tying run. Jody Garrett, I don't know if I said that or not, has a 1-1 count. That pitch stays low. And then inside, we got a 3-1 count. Blooper towards second. Phil makes the grab, and that is your ball game. Your final score today: Indianapolis Squirrels 5, San Diego Padres 3. It should be noted, 4 of those 5 runs were scored in the, the 3rd inning. So take out that inning, and the Padres win somewhat comfortably. Although thankfully for us, all 9 innings do count. And Quinton is going to be your player of the game for that 2 RBI double we kept talking about all day. So thank you everybody for watching. If you'd like to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. Otherwise, we got the Padres again tomorrow. We will see you then.